Hello YouTube viewers and random Doctor Who fans, and welcome to yet another DALEKCEMBER review. Today I'll be talking about the Supreme Dalek. No, not that one. Instead, I'll be looking at this, which is the remote control Supreme Dalek from The Stolen Earth and Journey's End. And here it is in its packaging, which I love. I think it looks really creative. I love the shape of it, with all these hexagons and that sort of thing. Really does look awesome. Now, I never actually wanted to take this out of its packaging. I had it in its box up on display, and I was cleaning it one day when I realised that the plastic around the side here sort of perished and come away. Which was really unfortunate. So if you are a collector and you like to keep things up on display in their packaging, you know, kind of try to avoid this all plastic packaging because it can wear down very easily. But apart from that, let's take a look at this box. So down at the bottom here, you've got Doctor Who Radio Controlled Supreme Dalek written there, then a list of its little features and a picture of it there. You can pause that and read it in your own time. I'm not going to read it out. I love the way the Dalek's displayed in this box. I really think it looks awesome. Shows it off very nicely. You can see at the top corner there it says, "Now the Daleks are the Masters of Earth." And here you've got motorised Dalek movement and 10 Supreme Dalek phrases and sound effects. And then down here at the bottom you can see that the remote is hidden quite well. So I really do love this packaging. Around the back here, there's nothing really awesome going on. So there you can see a picture of the toy itself with its little remote, and it's saying "Now the Daleks are the Masters of Earth," and all the same information there really that we've seen before. RC handset with dual stick movement control, and some battery information down here, and legal guard. So that does it for the packaging. Now let's open it up and take a look at this Dalek toy itself. Alright, so here we have the Supreme Dalek, the detail on which looks really great. The eye stalk kind of looks the same as all the other Dalek eye stalks there, but the one difference is they actually have a little blue section there just in the lens, which really sets it off, makes it look great, but apart from that it all just looks the same. So you've got the little kind of housing there for the eye stalk itself, and underneath the eye stalk there you can see its little dog tag ID number kind of symbol there, which looks really good. The top of the dome obviously is massive, just like in the show. The top of it there, you can see all those little indents and sections there, and you can see it's 3 Dalek ears. It never really explained in the show why it has 3 ears, so if anybody knows, can they drop me a line, just write me a comment, let me know. But those ears are on there and detailed very nicely. They've even got their own kind of platforms there, so that looks good. You can see, bring it on down here, this little gold section looks great, and in the back there you can see that black wire mesh has been detailed on there beautifully. Then it's got these kind of clamp sections here. It's got 3 clamps. It has 4 clamps, sorry. I don't know why these clamps are here. Again, if somebody wants to let me know, that's great. It was never really explained in the show. But they look good on there, and you can see those individual little slats, which leads us around to the weapons area. So you've got the plunger here, the sink plunger, the little sucker arm, which is nice. It's very nice, very long too, which is good. And then you've got this gun here, which is a very small gun. In fact, it's one of the tiniest Dalek guns I've seen on one of these toys. If you compare it to like a regular bronze Dalek there, you can see just how small it is. In fact, it's that small it reminds me of like the Dalek Ironside type of gun. That's how small it is, so that's a little bizarre. But for the rest of it anyway, it looks really good. I love this little gold section on here, it looks great. And then of course these Dalek bumps or eggs or balls or hemispheres, whatever you want to call them, they're all there, all present and correct, and look really great. And then on the bumper at the bottom here, you've got those little rivets that I love that runs the whole way around the base. All looks excellent. And then underneath you've got the little caster at the front, the 2 wheels, the battery compartment, the on-off switch, and the little speaker section there. So all in all, the detail does look really nice. The Supreme Dalek also comes with its little remote control here, which is basically just the exact same remote control that we got with the Dalek Sec toy. The only difference, of course, is that it's a more maroon red colour to match, obviously, the Supreme Dalek's colour scheme. It would have been nice to have some of these little sections here actually with detailed gold. That really would have set it off, made it look like an excellent set. But apart from that, it's the same detail, same battery pack, takes the same batteries as well, and of course it has the same dual stick mode here too, which means you can make the Dalek execute a full 360 turn, just like the other 2 Dalek remote control toys that I have reviewed. And then of course in the middle here you've got this little button which activates the Dalek's sound effects.
Initiate temporal prison. You will all be exterminated. Now the Daleks are masters of Earth. Behold the might of the true Dalek race. We are masters of Earth. The Daleks are masters of Earth. Commence the landings. Bring the humans here. Prepare for maximum detonation.
So as you heard there's a really great range of sound effects from the Supreme Dalek, 10 in total. The voice pitch does seem a little bit high to be the Supreme Dalek, so that's a little bit of a shame. But one thing that is excellent is the inclusion of the Dalek ears lighting up whenever you hear one of these sound effects, one of these sayings. So that is a major improvement over the Dalek Sectoy and something I really admire and appreciate. And naturally, just like the other two toys I've reviewed, it's also radio control, so as you can see it can move around. It's very, very easy to move around. In fact, definitely an improvement over the Dalek Sectoy, for example. It is still quite quick, but it's not as jittery as the Dalek Sectoy was. And of course, anytime it's moving around, it doesn't randomly burst out with a saying. It's absolutely quiet unless you press that little button on the controller to activate sound effects. So that's definitely an improvement as well. And overall, the driving is so easy to do, and definitely, just like the Dalek Sectoy, a lot of fun for kids. So all in all, what do I think of this toy? Well, I love it. I think it's great. It's definitely a vast improvement over the remote control Dalek Sectoy that I reviewed in my last video. And even, again, if you watch that review of the Dalek Sectoy, you'll see that I loved it as well. I just had a few tiny, almost nitpicky issues with it, but every single issue that I had with that toy has been addressed and improved upon with this toy. For example, it has much more sayings and phrases and sound effects. The Dalek ears light up along with the sayings and sound effects. The driving and the remote control feature has definitely improved. It's not as jittery as it once was, and again, it doesn't come out with a random saying every 5 minutes on its own. In order to obviously activate its sayings, you just press the button on the remote. So definitely a major improvement. One downside to it, I would say, would be the packaging if you are a collector. The fact that the packaging just is designed so well and looks so beautiful and gorgeous, and the fact you have to pretty much destroy it in order to get this toy out of its packaging is such a shame and such a letdown, and almost heartbreaking in a way if you really, really love toys like this and you love the design of their packaging as I do. So that really is a shame. Personally, I loved this version of the Supreme Dalek from Stolen Earth and Journey's End. I really thought it was excellent, even though it wasn't really in it for very much, and whenever it was in it, it was either barking orders or just kind of standing about looking a bit menacing. I think it only ever fired its gun like twice, and once was to kill Captain Jack, and the other time was to destroy that machine they were using to send the Earth back to its proper place in space. And then, like, this whole deal was, like, made about the fact that Davros had given it actual emotion, so it wasn't just this emotionless killing machine. You know, it actually had actual proper emotions. And, you know, nothing ever came of that, because the next second Captain Jack had, you know, blew it up, basically, with a massive gun. So that was kind of a letdown, and I was always hoping, ever since the end of Journey's End, that a version of the Supreme Dalek would come back, and maybe a deal would be made of its emotions or something like that, or a new version of the Supreme Dalek would come along, but instead we got that horrible white Supreme Dalek from Victory of the Daleks onward from the Progenitor, which, honestly, I don't like. I love the design of this Supreme Dalek with its clamps and its extra ear and, you know, things like that that doesn't make any sense. You know, nothing was ever explained as to why it has these additional features, but who cares? It's the Supreme Dalek. It's supposed to look different, and for me this is one of my favourite variant Daleks, I suppose, from the series. So if you're the same as me and you love this Supreme Dalek, definitely, if you can get your hands on one, be it eBay or even a car boot sale these days, definitely get your hands on it. I can't recommend it enough. I think it looks excellent. So that pretty much does it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's countless more videos online. Thank you again for watching, and remember to keep following the nerd. Bye bye.